Set our alarm for 25 minutes.
12:31 p.m.
Okay, so I just started washing my head. I'm not scrubbing it. I'm not pouring a lot of shampoo on top of it. I'm just putting the foam, the shampoo foam on my head, and I'm distributing it just by tapping like this. So I just got a hair transplant about 3 days ago, and this is my fourth day after the transplant, and that's the aftercare for hair transplant. I can't go in the sun. There's a list of things that I can't do. I think I have the whole listing here. Like, I can't hit my head with anything. I have to be super careful. I have to continue washing my head as directed, using my fingertips, avoiding scratching or using my nails. And oh my god, something got in my eye. But basically, that's the aftercare for a hair transplant. Don't go in the sun and just take care of your head. As of right now, the swelling in my forehead, I feel like it's going down a little bit. It's not as it used to be. Before, I used to put a finger here and leave it there pressing, and then I would have like a, well, I still have it, but it's not as much as before. Um, what else? Let me show you the shampoo bottle. The shampoo bottle that I'm using right now. I have to continue this process. Okay, and applying the shampoo happens like this, using a tapping motion, not scratching my head, not scrubbing, avoiding using my nails, just using like my fingertips. And when the alarm goes off, before I started the video, I had the shampoo on for like 5 minutes, so I just have to wait like another 25 minutes. My skin is not completely healed. Like, I have, like, over here in the back, I my skin is I have a lot of holes because they extracted the follicles one by one, so I have many holes. um it's been 4 days already, so the healing process has been taking place throughout these 4 days, and every day is better. At first, my neck was like a little bit stiff, not because of my neck, but because I was swelling up here, and my forehead was, it's still swollen, but it used to be more swollen than this. This is nothing. Like, if I put it like now, I can see now. Wow, now I'm moving my eyebrows. Like, before, I wasn't even. Before, I would go like, and that was it. I couldn't do this. But now I can see my expression lines. Before, it looked like I have Botox on because I would, go like, and like nothing would move. Um, so let me measure my level of inflammation. Just checking if I have pitting edema, and I do, because you see how my fingerprint stays. But it used to be worse than that. I have to be extremely sanitary with everything. Everything has to be clean, and I have to use something. This is what I use. Something I picked from the kitchen. I rinse it off with like hot water, and when I wash my head off, I come over here and I just pour room temperature water on my head, and that's it. But I don't scrub and I don't rinse with pressure water. It has to be pouring water slowly with something. I would be afraid of using a hose, even if it's low pressure. I would be afraid of doing that. You know, God forbid the setting on it kind of changes. It's gonna mess up everything, and there's no room for mistakes. Because once they take the hair from the back here and they put it back here, if something goes wrong, there's no more hair back here to put back in here. Technically, there is, but just enough for to keep it back there, not enough to give to other areas. So that's what the aftercare for a hair transplant looks like. I have to keep my head up all the time. I cannot like if I'm bending to grab something from the floor, you know, I would just do this with my knees. I wouldn't bend my head down because that would increase the pressure up here, and then the whole point is to try to get all that fluid out of my head, because it's under my skin and it's bothering me. And yeah, they told me it was normal, so I just have to take my medicine as prescribed. They gave me methylprednisolone, which is for the inflammation, and also for, like, you know, all the immune response, so my own body doesn't reject my transplant. And then they gave me aspirin, 100 milligrams per day. That was, you know, basically it's a blood thinner, I guess. It's, you know, preventing blood clot formation. Also helps with inflammation. It is an NSAID. And what else it could be for? I guess, you know, stimulating blood flow throughout the area, so that fluid can, you know, get out of there. And then they gave me something for pain that I never used, because I really never had any, you know, pain after the procedure. And what else they gave me? Oh, and they gave me antibiotic. They gave me macrolide. I forgot the name of it. I take so many meds right now. They gave me, what's the name of it? Let me look that up. This one, for fluoroquinolone Cipro. I have to take it twice a day, and it's time to take it right now. Okay, I just took it. It's this one right here. So tomorrow is, well, I think tonight. Yeah, tonight. The thing is, I was in Turkey and the times there are different. So I started my medication there in the morning. Now I have to take them here at night because everything is like switched. Tonight I take my last methylprednisolone. That one is that's the really important one. Anti-rejection and anti-inflammation and you know, all that defense mechanism that happens when you put something in your body, and your body recognizes it as something foreign. But in this case, it's my own hair and everything. But still, your body does some, you know, it goes through checkpoints. Your body has checkpoints, immune mechanisms that prevent anything foreign from getting into your body, including if you do a transplant, which is not foreign. But again, you don't want to mess with this, because once you take the hair from the back of your head and you put it in here, if something goes wrong, let's say you don't take your medicine, there's no more hair back here to give to this area, because there's only enough hair for this area now. I don't have hair to give to this area anymore. And you might think, okay, you can take it from your arms. But the thing is, the hairs in my arms, you know, it's arm hair. So imagine, it's not dense enough. It's not even thick enough. And the thing is, one hair follicle from here has about 2, 3, even 4 hairs in it. And the body hair doesn't really have that much. The body hair, the most it can have is 2, the most. But it's not the case. It's like 90%, it's like 1, only 1. Like when if I look for like with a magnifying glass, each hair follicle from my arm only has 1 hair, and I can see like a plain sight, like 1 hair follicle, 1 hair only coming out of it, and it's not enough. It's really not enough. So I have to be super careful. I have to finish my medication regimen. The Cipro is gonna last me a little longer. I still have a lot of it left. But the one that I'm finishing tonight is the methylprednisone. I can't go in the sun. I have to watch my head, that I don't hit my head with anything. The sensation in my skin is reduced because of all the anesthesia. Like, I still don't have full sensation of my skin, like especially up here. I still don't have full sensation. I have to watch. Like if I'm passing near an object, something, I have to go like this. So if anything's gonna touch my head, it just touches my hand. And I have to avoid going out to places where, there's risk involved. And also like getting in the car. That's another important thing, because most of the time when people hit their heads is because they're getting in and out of the car or during the car ride. Yeah, that's it. So later I'm going to be putting more content about everything with this hair transplant. I'm just gonna put everything up there for other people to see, because when I was looking at information, I really didn't find much information up there, and I would have appreciated a lot to find everything available, because when you're doing something invasive to your body, you want to know everything. You just don't want to know some things. The procedure of the hair transplant, it went pretty smoothly. The team was very professional, very experienced, and I was just hoping for the best, because that's what you do. And when they first put the anesthesia, that was painful, because you don't have anesthesia in you when they're putting anesthesia. That was painful. The needles are a little bit bigger too, on the bigger end, but that lasts for about 5 minutes, and after that you don't feel anything, and then they do the whole thing. And yeah, I chose the DHI method because the recovery is quicker, the lesion that they do to your scalp is less, and everything is much better. The DHI is, like, as of right now, it's really good option for the hair transplant. And I'm going to be putting all the information here. I'm going to go for now. Take care. I'm going back to the bathroom to rinse this off. Ciao, everyone.